All right. Welcome back to LEGOthon. I am Lasertrap. I press buttons and go fast, and we're doing Collectible Rush. This is a really long run. So, we're going to start with a vehicle level, and I'm going to lock in to try and make sure I don't miss anything, and pass over to my commentators who can introduce themselves and do a quick explanation of the categories. So, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yo, I'm Shemcat. I've ran a little bit of Lego Batman in my time, and yeah, this is Collectible Rush. So you gotta get lots of collectibles, and you gotta do it in a rush, basically.
Hi, I'm Ginger. I did the glitch hunting for this category and for this game like a long time ago. I've been out of it for quite a long time. It's basically me reacting to what's been found over the past few years. I'll let Shempat explain what's going to be going on this run. I think.
So to elaborate a little more, as I'm sure you know, in lots of Lego games, there is lots of
That's not
collectibles.
good.
Uh-oh. Lots of collectibles, red bricks, mini kits, all of that sort of stuff. And rather than doing it from a new game file, we have like a already partially completed level, so we can go into the levels in free play, but with none of the collectibles already unlocked. So we just go in free play and just get as many collectibles as fast as you can, which yeah is getting a bit more of a hundo category without as much of a drag.
Yeah,
And we
I
start
can't
off
lie.
in the vehicle levels.
I can't lie. I wasn't locking in at all. I was listening to your wonderful commentary, and it distracted me. But it's okay.
Yeah, so we start off with the slightly unique vehicle levels. Most of the levels in this game aren't like this, but vehicle levels, we have to... Yeah, you can't turn around, so if John misses anything, they're going to have to restart the level and do it all over again in order to actually get all the collectibles. It's a little bit of an annoying aspect to them, but they just gotta lock in.
I reset my timer at least because it was the first level, but it's okay if the LEGOthon timer didn't reset. There are like little boosts you can pick up and hold X to use it. And one thing about all of the hero vehicle levels is that you get the Joker card from catching up to the villain early and dealing 4 hearts of damage. And then, Jim, I don't know if you want to mention all of the different collectibles that this game has.
I can do so. So there are. So for each level, there are 5 mini kits you can get, 3 Riddler icons you can get, and then in Lego Batman, the video game, each level is split into 2 parts: the hero and the villains. And so for the level in total, so between hero and villain, there is a Joker card and a red. Is there 1 red brick in each, or is it?
So,
1 red brick
30
per...
Joker cards and 15 red bricks, yeah.
Okay, so some levels, there's a red brick. And so we've got to collect them all in this category, which is a lot, which is why this is one of the longer categories, especially considering you start off in free play. And yeah, there is an important reason why John is going for the vehicle levels first. The red bricks from these levels unlock keys, which are used to unlock more collectibles. And so I believe you want the gold and silver keys right at the start, and then the blue key, which you can also get, can actually just be skipped, just because we have enough glitches to skip past that and collect all the other collectibles in easier ways or different ways.
That's right. So, Batboat chase now, and this time I'm going to start on the left because I know the first Riddler clue is on the left, right? I'm surely not going to miss it. The ramp's going to behave properly because it's my friend.
Way.
Yeah, ramp collectibles can be really annoying in this game. Like in these vehicle levels. Not their biggest fan.
Yeah,
It's good to get them out of the way early.
As I'm sure we're going to say, this game is broken in interesting ways.
Yes. Fortunately, oh, see, I didn't even go over that ramp. Very good thing there was no collectible there. I went off of it and it gave me no boost whatsoever. Like, as well as the boost icons that you pick up and use, like sometimes if you're boosting going over a ramp, you can boost like right over the collectible. Yeah, this is the worst part of the category, but fortunately you don't have to deal with like too much of it. And then just getting the Joker card here, and the red brick at the same time, over those buttons. 3 Riddler clues makes one mini kit as well. And I want to be over here because this is the important one, and somehow I got that.
Oh, oh, what?
Yep, I will take it. Benevolent video game. I'm gonna be honest, I'm blanking on where these buttons are to get this mini kit, but I know there's only 5 and I got all of them. So, hey, now we're gonna get going, and as soon as I finish off the penguin here, yeah, we're good to go with the normal stuff.
Breathe a sigh of relief that we've gotten through those first couple levels.
Time save, because this is the first time I've done this run where I like pre-did those levels to skip the cutscene, and now I'm buying the keys, and we can not get up the computer and start the normal levels. So Gingy and I like glitch tested this game a long time ago, and what we were not able to find is easily the most used glitch in this game, and that is door clips. And I'm going to immediately clip in here, and voila.
Yeah, I think we did eventually stumble across ways to do that, but it took so long. We tried so many different ways. We had clips that worked once and we could never replicate them, all sorts of things like that.
That's how I remember it too, like you telling me you clipped through the first gate of 1-1 villain mode, and I'm like, how'd you do that, bro? But we also have a relatively newer thing called jump storage. You see me cycling through there. Also, don't worry about the lag. That's just how the game is when you character swap. And then
We should also point out that double jump to, no, not really double jump, that jump to past the gravel hook.
you found that, yeah?
John finds it very easy. Yeah, so I found it. I can't do it very well. John can get it perfectly every time. I'm very jealous.
The way it used to be was like you would find stuff and I would figure out how to actually do it.
Yeah. I would say, I found this really cool new thing we can do. I can't do it more than once. Then John would find it and it would be incorporated, and somehow, yeah.
So we will see another grapple clip coming up here, although because leaving player 2 behind just generates an insane amount of lag from them freaking out, not knowing like what to do, I am gonna be nice and what I should have done realistically is thought and built the travel chute instead of this, but I just don't want to be dealing with the lag.
I can't do. I just... Yeah.
Alright, what we got here, there's a mini kit behind there that I actually need to build this for so that I can place a bomb. Don't clip all the way through, although player 2 is there now since I did a very safe route just to make sure this works. If I go all the way through that, I can't clip back out.
I think this is the first place I ever discovered a consistent bomb clip with a really long arcane setup.
Yeah, Hatter's pretty good at bomb clips.
Yeah. Yeah, different characters have different models and different collision, so their different clips are easier and harder.
I am going to attempt, like, by far the hardest grapple clip we have, which, thank goodness, this is not a regular part of runs anymore, but if I get this, it would save me time over doing more jump storage. I'm not going to spend too awfully long here. Oh, okay, I'll allow that.
Nice.
That's really hard, actually.
And we're going to probably be seeing a little bit more of blue brick machines. They are. But the collision model is interesting.
Well, in a way, you could say we're going to see less of them because we do not
normally very
use
tedious.
many of them. It's also really
Yeah,
fortunate that I
they're
got
normally-
Raz Al Ghul here so I can jump over this toxic truck without having to change characters on the top.
Yeah, so for blue brick machines you have to go and find 3 blue bricks which will be scattered around the level, well, around the area, and take them back to the machine, which for some is easy, for some is really annoying.
Yay, pause flying. Not exactly. You have to store just a tiny bit of jump height on the different characters to make that work, and the pause buffering makes it like actually RTA viable, like rather than trying to spam or time the shoulder buttons or dare I even say touchscreen, but that's how you get the Joker card quickly.
As far as my understanding going into this run, there is not yet a way to easily fly in this game, unlike some other LEGO games on the DS.
Right, that would be correct. Yep, that's the wrong character. There's no good way to shoot that top right part that actually has the grapple pad. And then Shem, do you want to talk about the boss fight quirks and stuff?
So every hero level pretty much finishes off with a boss fight against one of the Batman villains, and they're all decently unique. Clayface is probably the most straightforward one. You just hit him a few times, and then he jumps up, he spawns some goons, he jumps back down, you hit him again. But the character we want to hit him with is very important. So characters who use a weapon, so something like Ra's al Ghul's sword, break through his guard way easier than just hitting him with, like, the Mad Hatter's fists or Batman's fists or whatever. So
Mad Hatter
whenever
seems
we...
like even worse for some reason. I had to deal with that the other day.
So yeah, whenever we're doing one of these normal boss fights, we aim to always be on a character like Ra's al Ghul, or in this loadout Azrael or Dick Grayson, because they all have a weapon they can use to deal more damage more quickly. And then the last hit, we do just build a little contraption and make him soggy, and that's the end of the level.
All right. And now we go into Ice Cream Factory, which is an insanely long story mode level. Like, what are we doing with this one, to be honest?
The longest story mode level. It's pretty insane. There's just so many big rooms to this one.
There are, like, a couple of skips, like, well, I do want to be actually clipping through this, but I'm not really going to bother with any jump storage here. Just keep it a little bit simple right now. I'm a little bit out of my comfort zone showcasing a run, like in any event, not just LEGOthon, that is still in the developing stages. Like, there's a few strats that I know I could add, but at the moment I'm just like focusing on getting it done. And jump storage is a very difficult piece of tech to do fast, so in certain places I am like evaluating how long will this take to set up and how long will I spend like with brain lag, like thinking about making the right next move, for example. So I'm not doing it everywhere I can. Now, we mentioned how red bricks are shared between hero and villain, and this red brick is available. I did not get enough layers of jump storage. This red brick is available in both hero and villain, because both of those levels start here. Gonna have to do more jump storage just to get up here.
Ice Cream Club.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's another Jinjiro thing, isn't it?
Ice Cream Clip works on some of the ice creams and not all of them, and I never went round and figured out which ones exactly it works on.
I haven't
But if
seen
you-
it in
basically,
many
if you-
years.
Yeah. Basically, if you build an ice cream while standing on it, while standing inside it, you can do a double jump and then get clipped to the top of it. Also, I think
actually.
it's this doorway down here, which I don't think I'm going to see, which just hasn't got any collision.
This is a fairly technical part. Like, it's convoluted what I'm doing, but I want to activate that cutscene to make those freeze goons come towards me. Hopefully player 2 won't actually get in a fist fight. Get player 2 out of the way, and then this clip has a particular setup. There's a slightly faster one that I have not yet learned, but I placed that bomb too close. So I have to get this bomb, like, exactly the right distance away from the door. Jump kick in with... Oh! Wow!
Nice.
That has never worked like that for me before, but I had to use the gunfire to get me back through.
The collision for that big snowman face is very janky, and I looked for a clip for ages and I never found one.
Alright.
And it is probably one of the hardest bomb
what
clips
am I doing
in the
here again?
entire run now.
Right. So this part, setting up more jump storage again, just because this ledge is, you know, I'm going to do an extra safety one. There's a mini kit off that ledge, and I don't want to go back to the bottom, but it looks like it's happening because someone didn't have it stored properly, so we have to go back up over here. This is a very, like, involved start of the level. So for a while I was, like, gradually golding the split every run as I worked through this process, but unfortunately not able to stay up from that glide, which, in fairness, I've only done once, like, actually in a run before. And now that we're up here, this frozen gas is invisible. But as I do not have invincibility turned on like a normal free-play speedrun, I have to get rid of it. Like, unless I would actually swap to a frozen immune character at the top, but it's just so much easier to get it out of the way.
A note to say would be, unless it's changed significantly, the villain part of the run is more broken than Hero is.
Overall, yes, I would agree.
So, probably later on it's going to be less kind of linear gameplay.
The glitches right now are a little bit slower, but we will speed up. We will.
Yeah.
When I'm not getting collectibles, like, the villain part of the run is really streamlined, and that does, like, come through overall in the villain part of the run. But yet more cycling through the characters just to get up this ledge. This height is not infinite. Like, you can only get a little bit of height, like, for each character. Okay, please let me jump. You can only get a little bit of height for each individual character in your party. So, like, even if you have it stored on everyone, you're not going to get that high up. So this is not infinite flying.
Yeah, but because it's a Traveler's Tales game, basically every ledge is like just barely higher than you can normally jump.
That kind of is how it is. And, like, we will see here that because there's a grapple hook, there's that text that Jinjire found a long time ago before we knew about the jump storage. Jump storage, by the way, was discovered by Nice Fighter in, I think, every game that has it. Nice Fighter was the first one to try it. But for whatever reason, the second grappling hook is much harder to reach. So I will just be building their grapple pads and maneuvering around with the glider. I feel like I did not do a very good job of actually explaining what was happening on the screen here, but what I did convey well, I believe, is just, like, how involved this level is. And also, like, shoutouts to, like, my commentators for joining me who don't actually know this specific run, they just know the game fairly well.
It's been a while since I've gathered up all the collectibles, but yeah, a lot of what you see in this category can be applied to stuff like free play, or even like the story modes and just how we're getting around and going to places maybe that we shouldn't be at yet, just a little bit earlier.
Yeah, free play is like so very streamlined thanks to the tech that we have, but like I almost want to be able to show off more. And this tech in this category it shows off a lot of applications of it. Now, one thing that's very nice about the character party that fills up is that whenever there is a level that requires you to use super strength on toxic stuff, it will give you Killer Croc. However, there is a glitch that can sometimes prevent you from getting a frozen immune character, which is really cool. I have set up like reminders, like characters to choose on my split icons, so that hopefully that won't happen. Unfortunately, the Ivy Goon had to say hello. We do actually
One
need
other
the
kind
gold
of
key for
general
this.
thing-
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so one of the general things for this game is there's a lot of stuff that looks the same, but behaves differently. There are tons of places where you see things that like looks like it's the same model or the same layout, but the same glitches don't apply. So you get a lot of situations where a glitch can kind of only really be used in one place, despite the fact that it looks like it would have more than one application.
Yeah, that's probably the best way of saying it, actually. I don't have anything to add. I think that got dropped too soon. Darn it, Ivy Goons, with your punchiness. By the way,
Lack of invincibility.
yeah.
In free play categories, you can kind of just run through. If there are no way, just one-shot them with a one-shot extra, but actually having to make the choice of fight the enemies or just try and brute force your way past.
Good
That's another
segue,
layer.
by the way. There is still a bid war open to Killer Saves the Goons. And I have been killing a few goons already, but this specifically refers to the goons that the Joker was going to sacrifice himself. Like the main enemies like have their own goon characters that go and fight Batman and Robin. But in one particular villain level, Joker was going to use his own goons to turn into blue bricks. Now, we usually just skip by them in the run. However, if you want to make it something different, we can in fact kill those goons. They have quite funny deaths, actually.
Some would say it's quite cruel. You may struggle to watch. It is pretty brutal.
It's true. Like, it's a way more gruesome death than Batman or Robin ever gave them.
So
there it is.
the last room that John just went through does have an alternate interesting method to avoid the bomb clip involving a floor clip, which I don't think was useful anywhere else in the room. But that's not gone too. Yippee.
We will see a floor clip in this run, though. Just saying.
Amazing. Floor clips are, I think, one of the first things I ever found, and are very, very hard to find uses for.
Yeah, like some of the first skips that we found, like specifically involved Batman, because Batman has some like attack properties that are a little bit more unusual, let's say. Hatter's gonna be stuck way over there. Oh, nope, he's actually behaving.
Yeah, early on I found plenty of ways to fall through the map and die.
Yes. Yep. I actually did think about going for that particular floor clip, but I did not have the time to actually get it derusted properly.
Oh, it looks really cool though.
It does,
Walking
it
through the floor.
does. But like, there's so many steps to it. That was like always a run killer. In this level, I would like to pick Hatter, but I will be picking Two-Face because there is one clip that Mad Hatter cannot do. And that is due to the big pressure plate on the ground.
And John, have you explained why you're playing in Italian?
Oh, that's a really good thing to explain. So the reason that I'm playing in Italian is because I went into the options menu and changed the language to Italian.
Yeah, it's not faster to use a particular language in this game, I don't think.
Not as far as we know. I don't think, like... Oop, wrong character. I don't think any of the games I run would have, like, a reason for another language to be faster. Okay, good character pull here, because one shotgun. Croc almost got himself in the way.
'Cause there's no,
Yeah,
there's no, like, dialogue
No.
that would be faster in a different language. So you just pick whichever one you want.
Yeah, the only one I can think of that you've done, John, is maybe like years 1 to 4, because that has a decent amount of attacks. I don't know if it would actually make a difference though.
I have no
I assume it's
idea.
just- Because I'd assume it's just the same number of text boxes, but
I almost fell down from that glide, which would have been way worse. This level in this category always makes me nervous because there's this massive room to begin the level, but it only has that one collectible. They're all kind of condensed a little bit more later in the level. Player 2 freaking out a little bit.
A common pattern in hero levels, at least when I last looked at this game, was that there would be kind of one room with a bunch of really interesting tech, and then the rest would just be a slog.
Well, that's a little bit more like the old days, but episode 1, or chapter 1, as they call it in this game, is like way longer than everything else. So like,
Yeah.
this is not necessarily an accurate representation of the overall pace of this run. Touchscreen is not working with me right now.
Need to recalibrate.
For real. I do.
Yeah,
so
made everything so much easier. You can just click through like huge number of things that we just couldn't before.
Alright. Bye.
yeah, I feel like bomb clips. It's a little bit of a shame because a lot of the more unique tech, like the floor clip in the last level, for example, are just made redundant because why would you do anything other than door clip? It's so easy to set up and so consistent and so quick. Like there's not really much reason to do a lot else, but it's a pretty cool bit of tech.
Yeah. Maybe we would make a speedrun route that bans bomb clips and showing off all the old stuff.
Legacy percent.
Yeah.
Again, not many collectibles here. This is kind of what's done in the main free play run, although failing that is admittedly rare. Then, yeah, touchscreen strats are going very slowly for me. What I don't want to do, because I have Barbara Gordon, she can use Batman suit swappers. I am not interested in those. Alright, so...
Yeah, since this is a DS game, there are a bunch of touchscreen integrations as well, so change your character. You can either use the shoulder buttons or you can use the touchscreen, depending on what's more convenient, and the touchscreen isn't always a super nice option. Or like anytime we want to use a bomb, for example, we have to tap the touchscreen in the middle.
I'm actually pretty impressed at how a lot of my Two-Face clips are going, or characters that aren't Mad Hatter. A lot of them are going straight through, which is not as easy to do when you're not using Mad Hatter. Can you please? Hitbox moment. Everything's going wrong. Alright, we have a chance for the best pattern here.
my experience of bomb clips certainly used to be just throwing the character at the door again and again and again. It was not so
I
fun.
don't know if I have enough time to do this because I died here, but I'm going for it anyway. Don't run. Okay, good. No longer the best pattern.
Yeah, this is one of the few boss fights that's actually RNG, but it's just whether Two-Face wants to move all the way to the left, all the way to the right, somewhere in between, and you've got to pull the lever however many places to the left or right.
Yeah, that was 3 pulls, and the fastest pattern you only have to do it once. Right, last Riddler clue in here, and then the last room has the last please stand on the fence. Okay. Alright.
Yeah, this bit of fence in particular has some
What?
really
It's
weird
not
collision.
there. It's just not there.
And yeah, and you can just fall. Like sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. I don't understand.
Yeah,
Right,
many
this-
years ago I started trying to figure out the model formats of the levels to try and figure out what the hell was going on in that kind of situation. And of course, because it's Traveler's Tales game, it's all custom formats with horrible structures and absolute nightmare to figure anything out from. So never made much progress on that.
There are DS decompilation tools now to like make that process a little faster, but I don't think we're very far into any of those. I did tell, of course, Lord Magecar about that when the server became a thing. Playing it really safe there. Right, made that cycle. Alright, now just ending the level. The Joker card in this level, I have to make sure that I don't actually hurt the boss while I'm going, like, before I collect it, because it is right next to where you take away the last 2 hearts. This room's also a little bit loud because of all the factory sounds.
Yeah, this game loves putting some really annoying sounds in your ears for no reason. Like just moving anything, really loud noises, just like gas coming out of canisters or whatever. Really loud noises. It's interesting sometimes.
I'll just mention when you have the two levers side by side, if you start pulling a lever with one character, then switch to another character, it cancels the animation, lets you get to the other lever before the timeout. So when you're supposed to have 2 characters, you can do it with just one.
That's true. Also, Batcave reset, bad me.
But, the lever thing is just kind of one of those bits of tech that we use or have the potential to use all over the place, and it's very easy to forget that it's unintended.
Do I have a freeze character? I do, I have... Okay, good, Azrael. Because I got the Professor Crane glitch. Like, I'm convinced this is a glitch because Scarecrow always takes the bomb slot, but no, Professor Crane, despite being a clone, always takes the toxic immune slot, which is usually reserved for people who are also immune to freeze gas. He is not, however, so that makes it possible to have a party that does not have a freeze immune character.
Oh, they probably would have missed that in testing as well, because like 3 levels use freeze immunity. Well,
Yeah.
it's silly.
And as you found out when you made your tier list video, for some reason, Professor Crane also can use a tightrope, even though the game doesn't list that as one of his abilities.
Yeah, there's a few cases of the game like listing abilities where they're not actually the abilities or having ones unlisted. The Crane being able to use a tightrope is very weird, and I don't think it's intended at all.
I have no idea why it would be a thing, because like Scarecrow also can't, but that could be like something to do with why they take up different character slots in the free play party. And that's why I call it the Crane glitch, because I do not believe that it was intentional, that he would go to the toxic immune slot instead. Here we're going to see a skip that is used in Villain Hunt. As long as I don't activate this cutscene. We grapple clip up there, and then we set up jump storage on 5 different characters to hopefully get up this ledge. And that would get you right to the villain in Villain Hunt, but there is no villain. We are instead going through here, and this is why we need freeze immunity. Oh no, a big crate. Whatever will we do?
And that looks tricky to get around. That looks difficult. However are you gonna do it?
Alright, pop quiz. Will I, A, use a grapple clip even though there is no grapple? Will I, B, use jump storage? Seems reasonable, right? Or will I, C, go into the corner and hope something cool happens? Well, let's find out.
Or B, all of the above.
Well, nothing cool happened yet. Oh, the answer was C. I went into the corner and hoped something cool happened. Something cool did, in fact, happen. Unreasonably loud forklift jump scare. One thing to mention, I didn't mention it in the last level when we had Barbara Gordon, but this is something that is not explained in the game, but it is true. Out of the people that can use a grapple pad, when you would use it in the case of pulling something down, women are slower at doing that because the game decides they are weaker, which is really uncool of the game. Don't we agree?
It's pretty
It's
uncool.
uncool.
Is Catwoman also slower? I thought it was just
I'm
the
fairly
backgrounds.
sure she is, like, just from my memories of running Villain Story.
Yeah, actually, I think that does ring a bell. Yeah, I think she is slower as well for some reason.
I keep not getting jump storage on, like, the first character in the sequence. Okay, there we go. Didn't need that last one. This is the Bane skip. It skips a, like, timed sequence, let's call it. It's not technically an auto-scroller, but it's, like, the same, like, time waste as one. You do not have to do the first part with Bane. And now we are going to drop into the actual arena, eventually, after wasting time in the boxes. And there are no collectibles here, just 2 minutes of waiting for Bane to get angry enough to ram his head into a wall. There are
So
little
what,
things you can do.
what the Italian text on screen said was Bane is unfazed by regular attacks, so you need to find a different way to damage him. And yeah, that is just waiting for him to get angry. He will eventually charge at you if you stand in front of one of the broken panels. And for the more solid ones, wait for him to he'll charge, get stunned, and then you can climb back up. Skip a little animation there, or skip the animation of going through the travel chute by going in before the cutscene starts, and then drop it on his head. And that's basically the loop of this fight. It's
Ooh, he's not interested in me. This is nice.
yeah, when you're when you don't have invincibility as well, you can also use the like block by just holding the attack button, and you won't take any damage from Bane, which is a little nice because obviously he's not getting damaged by your attacks, so you may as well just wait there on the block.
I almost went to pull that, and then fortunately the cutscene stopped me.
Every time I do this level, I'm like, okay, I feel the lever, I'm gonna pull the lever. Oh wait, it's the cutscene, don't pull the lever, jump off the side, go down.
A couple times there this level as well, like I've accidentally thrown a batarang because it's the same button. Alright, I'm gonna see... He's pushing me a little bit into the corner, but he should charge here, so I'll see if I can... Nope, he's... Okay, that's going to respawn me way back on this ledge because this level works really nicely. Yeah, I've learned that from doing Collectible Rush, that if you die during this, it respawns you back on the last ledge. I'm not sure why, but it's really mean for doing that. Fortunately, we are now done with that level.
Another thing we could find out if we had the collision model, but we don't.
I'm gonna pick... please don't. Okay. Thumb moment. Thumb's not working with brain. I am picking Batman here because we will, in fact, have a floor clip here. But first things first, I need to once again set up jump storage. That actually was perfect for giving me a freeze character there. One thing I hadn't mentioned yet, PC runners who are familiar with rush categories, they will not usually end the level. So why am I ending the level? We do not have save and quit in this game. So I am getting all the collectibles and beating the level at the same time. If we had save and quit, we would not have to do that Bane sequence. So probably an important thing to mention there. Oh, I have freeze bodyguard. There we go.
I don't remember if it's in Villain or Hero, but I think this area has one of the easiest out of bounds in the game.
Oh. Do I know what you're talking about? It sounds vaguely familiar, but I don't think I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, this one.
Oh, it's a skip rather than an out of bounds, but yeah, you can just jump on top of there.
Oh yeah, well, yeah.
There's also just an invisible ledge hanging out that you can just jump on, which is ever so slightly faster than doing it that way. So there's a few ways to get use a glitch to skip this level, or to skip that room.
Yeah. Fun when you have one room having like different ways to skip stuff, and then the next room will have nothing at all. Well, not the case here, of course.
So that goon is passive. We haven't triggered the cutscene yet, so
Right.
he's just chilling. He's just hanging out.
Oh, first try, let's go.
Oh, nice.
And that's the Batman floor pit.
Yep,
That
that...
attack, for some reason, if there's something above Batman's head, when you do that attack, you just go through the floor.
Hello?
It's great.
Oh, right, I'm sorry. It's been a while since I remembered to pick Batman here, so I forgot I actually have to bomb that. But this second one here, I do not have to open it. I can just go through like that. Yeah, that was a Batman floor clip. I didn't announce it, but yeah. You saw what happens there, and pretty satisfying to nail that one.
Once you've clipped as well, what you have to do is you have to just mash the character swap button so that the lag starts to slow your descent slightly, and actually allows you to get to the out of bounds rather than just dying out of bounds.
Also, Lost found that the left side of that fence has no collision. Unfortunately, we can't use it to jump right up this time because I have to turn off this fan to get the last mini kit. Yeah, that is our very own Lost speedrunning. And another grapple clip here. I can't change character because player 2 is dead. That's a fun thing about this game. Sometimes player 2 is dead, and there are moments when I know to expect that, but that was an unusual one. But now I'm going to use this fence. I'm going to use the top of this fence to jump up there, which is something that Jinjairu probably hadn't seen yet.
I had not.
Alright, and then Catwoman boss fight. I am going to do a what I lovingly call a paranoia pause check. I do in fact have all of the collectibles. We are good to go. Alright, I have to watch where Catwoman's going here. I'm taking out all of the penguin goons with a bomb, and then hitting her with like a long weapon such as Nightwing's whatever they are. I'm going to wait for you. I don't trust you to stay there. Does anyone know what Nightwing actually fights with? What are those blue sticks? Or, I guess
Is it just a baton?
I mean,
I think.
I know how to spell it. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Oh. I admit I am not up to date with like old Batman lore because this is very like comic based.
Yeah, most of my this game basically was my introduction to Batman lore. I've
I think
since learned
same.
a small amount more.
Yeah, this is my introduction and my end points. When I made a video talking about all of the characters, I don't know how to pronounce their names because I've just read them through this game. So I got a lot of comments being like, "Damn, you said this character's name like this. You're stupid."
Yeah, YouTube loves to harp on mispronunciations for sure.
Ah, this room. I know this room well.
Yes, because you can just clip through that door and go straight to the fourth room of this level because magic. That's like the villain exit. But
Yeah.
we did. This is the one where villain mode used to have that old blue brick clip. I'm just remembering that now.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten
Was
about
this
that.
when we first found the blue brick clip?
That makes sense. It's not the easiest, and we never found the easiest stuff first.
Yeah.
Because like there was a really difficult out of bounds route after that.
I think I figured out because this is set up pretty quickly.
Yeah. Like, I didn't find any of this stuff. This is not the room I thought it was. This is one where player 2 will die a lot because they do not know how to glide over the purple goop. I was thinking it was the raft room already, but the raft room is next. Alright. So, there's not a whole lot I can do to speed up this room. I would pause fly up there with jump storage, however, player 2's constant death makes that extremely unreliable. Like, even when I'm trying to just change to different functions. It hasn't actually denied me yet, but that can be difficult to do.
Yeah. There's a hilarious number of rooms in this game that I just don't know. Because I was glitch hunting on a particular room, found what I was looking for, and then just didn't play the level again.
There are some very cool old school clips that I will go for in this run. I feel pretty good about how to do them, but I will say that bomb clips did make a lot of things easier. Like
Yes.
it's just it kind of
If
is
you
the
can do
nature of
bomb clips.
speedrunning that the first things you find are, for whatever reason, way harder and quirkier.
I guess because you don't really know how the game works at that point when you're first looking for stuff.
That's
And
also true. Yeah.
I knew that bomb clips were like theoretically possible for ages, but I never found like well, I think it was someone else that eventually found how to do them properly.
I wish I remembered who that was, actually. It might have been, like, Owen or someone. Or Shinboy, maybe?
Yeah.
At least bomb clips in the modern sense. I think it was me. I can't lie. I'm pretty sure it was me who found it.
That's also
there
entirely
was
possible.
Yeah.
And then very quickly, me and Owen got on it and be like, okay, we can clip into here. Okay, we can
Yeah.
clip onto here.
The reason I have
Oh,
to
yeah, we
help
should
player
point
2
out,
up here,
like-
by the way, is because I don't have the blue key, and I'm going to get player 2 stuck in that room.
Also, which one? I think we can clip through like doors, fairly. Like we can pretty much clip through most doors, but walls are still pretty solid.
Yes. Yeah.
So, and again, also quite a lot of like things that seemingly have one-off collision patterns, so we can like randomly clip through some stuff. It's always fun.
One thing I want to mention in here, this is the second room of Villain, the Villain Sewers level, and the fourth in Hero. This red brick is available in both Hero and Villain. Let me swap to a Tox Commune character real fast. The reason I get it in Hero is because there is also a mini-kit here. So it just makes a lot of sense. But this is one of those levels that not only does it share rooms, like there's straight up a lot of collectibles in the same place. For example, where the Joker card is on the right side of this room, well, there's a mini kit hanging out there in villain mode.
You can also, in a lot of these cases, you can enter rooms that you're only supposed to enter in one mode from the other.
All right. I need to
so that
chocolate players.
Yeah, so entering the rooms in the wrong way is how we can use the villain door to get to this room in hero mode and save a bunch of time. A lot of the time it'll just lead to a game crash because you're just in the incorrect room, but because this one, for example, is in both levels, the game has everything loaded in anyway, so it still keeps the loading zone.
Yeah.
Right now, my best possible time has this run possible to finish 10 plus minutes under estimate, so that's nice.
Keep it up, get a few more best segments.
I mean, it all relies on getting the vehicle levels first right. See, Mad Hatter is absolutely terrible at punching. I could switch to Zaz, but I'm like almost not out of principle right now, like just out of spite. Like, come on, just punch him, man. But at least for the actual portion of the fight, I do have a good weapon to fight him with. I will, however, be using the bombs on the goons.
And occasionally you use a bomb clip through a door which you're supposed to bomb your way through anyway.
Yeah.
It's hilarious because it's fun to bomb clip through into...
Then to wait for it to blow up, yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, as you can see, the bomb clips will just one-shot the regular enemies, so are generally the best ways to deal with groups of them. Sometimes you might want to go for like a double jump slam to just knock them over so they're not interrupting you. But yeah, just generally dropping a bomb will do the job.
Yeah, if I don't have to kill them, double jump slam will be used sometimes during this run. There's another more difficult grapple clip coming up.
So, doesn't this room have, or instead of there used to be a, I think a blue bit machine clip in this room? So then
In the villain level, yeah, that was a thing.
Yeah.
I might be... Let me give it a couple tries to show off a penguin clip, which is actually, it's frame perfect, but it is used in story mode. No, I don't think I'm going to get this. Yeah, I'm not. I'm nowhere close there, so I'm just going to move on from that one. Usually I would do it from the left one as well.
Yes, there are like a couple of pieces of collision. I'm thinking of a couple in particular where you can basically just walk on them and they will push you out of bounds.
Yes, that is true. Like, there's one notable spot in Villain Free Play Chemical Factory where you kind of walk towards a wall and you just fall out of bounds. And like it can happen as you go to your normal clip to go through the ceiling instead, and you just go through the floor.
Yeah, this is a very well-made game with no bugs at all.
Honestly, like, as a speedrun, it is like easily one of the better DS games. It's got
one of the better DS
some bugs.
games.
Yeah. This is a door that doesn't work like all the others because you do have to get it perfectly, unfortunately. Alright. Kind of like extra involved room here, because I'm going for the... Please go to Croc. I'm going for the Joker card by shooting all those targets, and I don't want to activate a cutscene that sends goons into this room. Therefore, I had to do that extra tricky jump over the lake. Or over the water, I guess. You can get that last one with Freeze's big gun. And I shouldn't have to store because player 2 is right there. There we go. And then glide into the exit to that room. Alright, the last mini kit is just on the left, hiding in the boxes. That is one thing DS games do that I think PC players would hate. Like, there's just straight up stuff hiding in boxes sometimes. It's almost like shaped how I play video games for the first time. Like, I break everything, to be honest. Like, because especially TCS is like that with how you are getting the fruit bricks, like, almost always in a random container. Alright. That's all I need, because I can just use that collision there. You cannot do a, like, regular bomb clip through those. If I had Hatter, I'd be more confident in just placing 2 bombs and going through, but I didn't. However, if she stays far away, she doesn't. Let's see if this works anyway. Okay. That'll do.
Yeah, so it's a little weird. You can like partially clip in if you get punched by Catwoman a few times, or if you try and do a bomb clip, and then you can just place another bomb and just run alongside that, and that'll generally be enough to push you the rest of the way in, and you can just get through. These force fields are normally opened once you... Or there's usually a little access, a little travel chute you can go through.
Nice.
Once you've done 3 hearts damage to Catwoman, so that just skips having to actually fight her.
Do you still use the bomb in the bank as villain?
The
Yeah,
bomb
the
and
main
the...
door.
yes. Depends which bank you're talking about, but I do that in a couple different spots.
I think
Like in the first villain
that
level?
was the first. I think so.
Yeah,
We'll see when we get there.
there is a method where you only have to place 1 bomb now, but you can also do that same method where you place 2 and go through. And this is the room where Jinjiro and I like found like our first big out of bounds door skip. I didn't get that collectible, silly me. And we are going to see it. There's a really good story. Like we both like found that you could sort of get out of bounds on the fence on top of this building, and then we both like were trying to get it, and we both got it at exactly the same time. And I remember like those Discord DMs just spamming letters at each other, like out of excitement that it worked. So
Yeah.
it's faster in this category because you need to go up here for the Joker card anyway. And hopefully in just a minute we'll see that. I need to like half clip into the wall and then like press the opposite direction than you would think I would.
Yes, it's when you're kind of clip like this.
There
the
we go,
directions you
beautiful.
Get moved are basically back opposite, which means that if you try and sort of walk what you would think would be out of the wall, you get pulled in, which makes sense for collision when you're not inside a wall. But when you're able to get inside a wall like that fence, it lets you be dragged all the way through.
Yeah, and I'm pretty happy that I got it first try. I mean, it took some time setting it up, but it's important to like not mess up that glide.
Yeah, you're doing some stuff off screen, or well, not off screen where you can't see the character. So.
Oh, player 2's dead.
Yeah, rather than do the puzzles in this room, we can just glide through the middle. One of them, so there's 2 sides of the room. One side opens the door, one side moves the bridge across. But just glide along, use a bit of gem storage and bomb clip in, and you can just skip doing the entire puzzle.
Actually, I think in this room, didn't you find the skip where you place the the blue brick on top of the push block?
I don't think I.
Or
I don't
think
think that was
Jinjiro
me,
did.
It's not ringing any bells for me.
Oh, okay. I thought that was you. This is an older skip, although we won't actually be seeing it because it's faster since we go up to this area to just glide from the top. Alright, red brick obtained, and now the steam will no longer be harmful. Alright, glide from over here. How am I doing? I think that is where I need to be in terms of collectibles. Alright. So, use this villain panel to make these targets active. Let me probably get rid of these guys just so I can actually... Nope, still no. Yeah, that's just... The Batarang auto-targets the enemies before the actual targets.
Yeah, it's sometimes even your regular attacks auto lock on to enemies sometimes rather than rather than any like breakable objects you might want to go for, which can be a little annoying sometimes. You're like trying to punch something that's right in front of you, and then your character just keeps turning around like, no, I don't want to do that.
I guess that's probably because of the guess only having 4 directions. You want to make sure you can actually hit stuff.
Someone found as well that you can reach the other side, like where the mind-controlled policemen are in this level, which, like, in theory can speed up the process a little bit, but I basically always find that it just wastes time, like, trying to get over there, and then, like, the whole process over there is a little bit messy and stuff, so when you stay over here, it's basically just press A, the boss fight, like, avoiding the other, like, chemicals and stuff that Mad Hatter is activating at the top, but there we go. Slowly saving more and more time at the moment. I'm now 2 minutes ahead of PB.
Nice, nice.
Although my timer is probably not up to where the LEGOthon timer is because I did reset when I missed the first level. Oh, lovely car screeching sound effect. Fun fact, Bane has a gun in this game. Then I can also... We used to go up to this part of the level before we discovered bomb clips, but to get this mini kit, we would want to do that grapple clip. And then... Oh. Yeah, just gonna have to do the 4 punches there, unfortunately.
When you're someone like the Mad Hatter, it always takes a little bit of time to drop your bomb in like a one-on-one fight, so it's a little bit not worth it to do those fights when you can. But yeah, sometimes you can. I think it's slightly faster if it's like one-on-one to like do a jump attack and then one-shot them when they're on the ground, but it can be a little annoying to get that sometimes, just because of how weird the hitboxes can be.
And yeah, with that super strength block pulled out slightly, you can just double jump from it, and then as Jinjiro mentioned earlier, you can animation cancel part of those levers, but you can't do the full thing like you can in the complete saga. Nice little
Yeah, I always find it really
cutscene
funny.
room.
I always find it really silly. Like they almost try to remove the character swap cancels and to on the levers, like from style was to this game, but it's still there. It's just a little harder, a little more precise. It still works. Still do it.
Yep. And then you
Yeah.
can jump on top of this thing to get up here early. Hopefully. Yeah. So I'm trying to not go too far right so as to avoid activating a little Harley cutscene, but even when I'm pressing straight down, like the collision doesn't always agree with me. Okay, there we go. And then I jump on top of the umbrella to open the doors early. The other... Whoop. That was a way too fast double jump. The other one you have to do from up here, but I need to get a couple collectibles as well. It is still faster to open this door early and avoid the... Yeah, avoid the cutscenes and stuff, but I will need to do a lot more than I usually would in this room. Fun fact, though, playing all of the levels and getting all the collectibles with free play allowed is shorter than playing all of the levels in story mode. Like, story mode is just that slow in this game.
Yeah, with cutscenes as well, it can take a little while.
Fortunately, this is one
Yeah,
of the slowest rooms in the game, and we can skip, like, all of it with jump storage.
A lot of examples of the skips that we have are from using characters in rooms where they clearly like had a set list of characters that were like definitely intended to be there, and another set that they've like not tested so well.
Alright, we got up there. And I do have to get on top just to get the last Riddler clue, which will give me the last mini kit.
Boy, I wish we could save and quit from here.
No, for real. Like, I'm glad we can skip this room, but we still have to do, like, one of the slowest boss fights. Like, Bane is at least slightly involved. This boss fight has a lot of waiting around in it. So, I would love to be excited about this, but I am most definitely not. And I don't even have a good character to quickly deal with the Joker goons here. Although Bane's gun should be a two-shot. Yeah, okay. Now that relies on me actually shooting them from a distance and not getting locked in a brawl like this.
So this fight works in like 2 phases, and yeah, each phase throws some goons down whilst Joker and Harley Quinn are just riding around on their roller coaster, and then eventually these will start to spark. These targets will start to spark. You can throw a batarang at them, and all the while Joker's just throwing his orbs down at you. And you just gotta wait. You can use the little guard I mentioned in the Bane level, where you just tank all the damage, don't move anywhere. And that can give you nothing to do for the for the waiting around.
I would also like to apologize in advance for the next level, which sounds like a vacuum cleaner on helium. Where we are going to the Batwing chase, and the Batwing has a very high-pitched sound. But we're almost done with this, and after I hit this last target, I will have to fight Harley Quinn, and I do not have an ideal character for that, unfortunately. So I guess I'm just going to stick as Robin. Okay. Bye.
Oh.
I'm glad you came back and didn't softlock me. That's very kind of you. It played a very interesting sound. Oh, roller coaster. There we go. Alright, here we go. Vacuum cleaner time. My apologies genuinely for this sound. It gets like more intense when you're boosting as well. Oh, right, I didn't actually complete this level beforehand, so I will have to go through those comic strips, but fortunately it's not too much. Now, the sound here isn't nice. Go ahead.
Those comic strips, the extent of the story that this game shows you.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I
just
pretty much
didn't process what you said at all, but you guys can chat about this level.
Yeah, before and after each level is just the comic strip, and that's all you get in terms of lore. No voice, no like introductions to the characters. Like I think in the PC version, you just see them all scheming, and it's Batman in time. When you get the Joker card, you do unlock lore about the characters. You can view in one of the other rooms in the Batcave. But that doesn't really add on to the main story.
Yes, if you don't already know your Batman lore going in, you're probably not going to come out knowing that.
Yeah, I mean, what's the I think the story of this chapter. So, Joker's last laugh. Joker wants to brew a potion that makes everyone laugh or something. That's effective. That's effectively the gist of it.
I'd call it gas rather than a potion, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a much better word, actually.
Alright, I got everything. I just need the button one, like, leading up to the boss. I so very nearly missed one of the mini-kits. I just slow down for it. This level is, like, far worse than the other vehicle levels because it's so wide. So, like, you can't see everything on your screen, which is really unfortunate. Like in a level where you already can't turn around. Alright. Phew, we will not have to redo that level.
Let's go.
Boss
Yeah,
time.
for those watching at home and who haven't played this game before, this perspective probably looks really weird with the bottom screen and the top screen.
I can't hit the biplane.
Not really looking so connected on the LEGOthon layout, but on the DS itself, it looks pretty normal. But it's just one of those things that doesn't really translate to anything other than the DS itself.
I tried to skip that cutscene at the end, but it's okay. That's just a really short comic strip there. So we're doing pretty well. We are doing pretty well.
What is it, like frame perfect pause?
Yeah.
Now we approach the penultimate level of the free play mode. Oh, sorry, not the free play mode. The hero segment. So there's just 2 more levels, and then we go and see it all from the villain's perspective.
Yep, and this upcoming glide has a lot of invisible walls, so it can be a little bit difficult. Although we have known about this for a decent amount of time. I did not want to do what I just did. I wanted to keep that there, but that's okay.
That is...
I wanted to shoot the thing that had the Riddler clue and not that one, but that's okay. Guess I'll be doing this instead. I have to go up this side anyway, so it doesn't waste as much time as it would in just a straight up free play hero run. Because I need this mini kit. This is also like one of the more hidden mini kits because, I mean, who knew that this was here, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure when I was doing my my 100% run, I had to. When I saw that on the guide, I was like, "What? That's a mini kit? Go there?"
I do remember stumbling across it and feeling really cool because, like, when you were a kid, you're like, "Oh, that's cool." You're not like, "Oh, that's stupid." But yep. Firefly has a one-shot gun, but again, you don't want to get into a brawl, as I keep doing. Yeah, they're just... Yeah, I brought that upon myself, unfortunately. These ones I don't need to kill. This was another...
Is this not the room where you can do that? You can do an interesting out of bounds to get past the gates, but it's kind of hard.
Yes, I wish I remembered how to do it, honestly. It's like, I am aware it exists, but it's straight up that I don't remember how to do it is why I'm not. You could also, like, clip through, but
I think
I don't trust my blind movement there as much as I do with doing another clip while not being able to see.
I think it is in this room that there is. I forget whether it's hero or villain now, but you bypass the 2 gates using an out of bounds, and then do a blind bomb clip through the door or the back.
Yeah. That is used in the villain mode, although it is now done in hero as well, because that is like one of the villain rooms that does not crash in hero. So we can actually skip this boss fight entirely in hero free play speedruns now. Unfortunately, there are collectibles. But the whole reason we couldn't do it before was because we couldn't get enough height. Well, I'm just getting bashed by enemies in this.
Oh, that room where you couldn't get enough height. Yeah, I know the one you mean.
Speaking of getting enough height, I actually didn't need to go up there. Okay. I feel like I zoned out in that entire level, by the way, but I'm up to exactly where I need to be, which is good.
Something about the gallery, art museums being really boring. Just zone out.
I would say we are more than halfway through this run at this point. But, like I said, I'm a little nervous, like in particular for the villain vehicle levels. Okay, there we go.
Did you ever work out quite how precise grapple clips are?
I would like to know that. I don't know how precise they are. Some are also like harder than others, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it depends partially on how high up you are, or how high up they are, rather.
Yeah. How high you need to get.
Something like the one in the docks is very different to the one in like Arctic World Villain or something. 'Cause that one's like very low, and then the docks one is you need to get a pretty good amount of height as well.
Well, another thing, there's like a couple that look like they should be possible, but like we've never actually gotten them to work. That was a pretty slow level. Like I said, I kind of zoned out during that one, and I had to like just brawl a lot of enemies. All right. Whew. This is like a red brick that I would potentially be interested in buying at some point, because it is fast build. But just purely playing through the levels in order after getting the what's it called? The silver and gold key. I haven't routed in any other red bricks. And what was I gonna say about that? So you can get the red brick in both hero and villain here. And it's weird because you have to go like up to that ledge where the block is in both hero and villain. But I worked out that for the time being, it is faster to only bother with the red brick in villain, because you are not like leaving yourself a quick way to get up, if that makes sense. It will to the people who know this game at least. Oh, you don't need to do that with jump storage this whole time. Wow, okay, that's nice. That's really good knowledge to have. Alright, 2 Riddler clues, I got the Joker card, and I got a mini kit as well. That's all I need in this first room. There is, of course, the dreaded double bomb clip here, where you actually do need 2 bombs to get through there because of the low ceiling. that I have just never been able to figure out how to do.
Yeah, the collision on bombs is funky.
Very, very funky. Right, if I double jump over those enemies, that does actually keep me far enough so that they won't like start going towards me and they'll leave me alone so I can do this bomb clip. That was actually fairly far from the door. I don't think that's gonna work.
This one also, you're not
Oh wait,
to the door, so
why am I doing this like it's a different character? There we go. I was doing it like it was someone who wasn't Hatter.
That one I find really hard with Hatter. I just don't quite get it.
So you're able to set it up the same way as you usually would with his clips. However, like it's the stuff after that, there's no way to actually go clean through the door there.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that was, when talking about like the traditional bomb clips, I'm pretty sure that was the first one I found. For
Oh,
some
really?
reason. and it is one
I-
of the hardest bomb clips.
Oh,
I don't think it's the first place I ever clipped through with a bomb, but you might be right for this style.
I feel like I remember the first time you talked about it, Jinjairu, was like that first gate in the beginning of villain mode.
I think that was the first one I ever found a consistent setup for.
Yeah, sounds about right. Oh,
something
drop the bomb here.
It was a horrible, very much one-off setup that you couldn't replicate anywhere else.
There. I remember the strat.
Yeah, that strat's pretty neat. You just place a bomb before the cutscene starts, and so once they've jumped down, the timer on the bomb goes off without you having to detonate it. So as soon as the cutscene's finished, it'll go off and blow up the two goons, and will just quickly get you through. Since those guys are required to progress the story.
So as we reach the end of this level, let me remind you that no more goons have to die, but usually I just run past the goons in the Fairgrounds villain mode, so they get to live normally in a speedrun. If you want to make me actually change up the speedrun in any way, you should make sure Kill the Goons takes the lead. We could have a world record that has Kill the Goons in it.
You leave your mark on LEGO Batman history today, if you wish to kill the goons.
We got Dick Grayson here, who is a very acceptable character. Actually, he's pretty good here because I don't have to change characters at all in this boss fight. He's got a good weapon for fighting the boss, and he also has batarangs to progress the fight through these different phases. And yeah, as soon as this boss is over, we are done with hero mode. Lost a little bit of time on this level in the last one, but we are still making very good pace overall. Oh, come on now. There you go.
Nice.
All right. So now the levels get a little bit shorter. In fact, the second level, if I do it optimally, will be decently under 3 minutes while collecting everything, which I think is actually really cool. Like for a normal non-vehicle level.
Despite having died several times as the hero, you still somehow managed to live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Okay. Start off right here.
I think it was the gate on the right here that I first found this setup for.
That's what I also think.
Yeah.
Although that one I honestly do not usually bother in.
Oh yeah, it's I would never use that setup today. It's horrible. It's awful. I also don't remember how it goes.
That is another clip that I do not want to go through the whole way for. Oh, don't fight me. Come on now. I'm just trying to place a bomb, honestly, but you won't even let me do that. Officer, it wasn't me. I am also pause buffering these setups just because they're very like specific, and I do find that I can do it quickly enough and like where it is actually really consistent for me. But I do also think that that is very much just a me thing. That is not something that I know other runners to do in this game.
This room, you can do a very precise glide from a security camera.
I will be doing
to
that.
Get over that fence. Oh, very nice. Did you ever manage to get it consistent?
With Penguin, yes.
Aha.
Another thing where characters with the same abilities have still slightly different properties for reasons we simply do not know.
Penguin always feels, if there's any particular trick where you've got to like do a really precise glide, the Penguin always feels pretty nice, and someone like Man-Bat feels pretty awful.
Yeah, I don't
when
know why
attempting them.
Man-Bat feels so bad. Maybe it's the super strength.
I have no clue. I'm not sure if it's just like a placebo or if there is actually a decent difference, but
Penguin I can come up with a logical explanation for, and that's because of the short legs, kind of like Mad Hatter. But yeah, right over that fence there.
That glide. It is. There is not much wiggle room.
No, I mean even with the Penguin, there still isn't much room for error there. All right. So we are actually almost at the end of this level. Like, just this first level, like, it's one of the longer villain ones, but it's still like shorter than I feel like a hero level is on average. This last clip here is a little bit finicky because of the gap above you. Okay, come on. There we go.
Sometimes when you kind of partially clip through, you'll then go turn around, which for some reason makes you go through.
Yes, that is something that I hadn't mentioned yet, I believe. But it is a nice trick to have.
Yeah.
All right, this one,
This door
a little bit
has
different. Nice.
a completely unique bomb clip. You can also, like, there's a... So you can just kind of place a bomb, walk sideways into it, you kind of weirdly glide through the door sideways. It's very strange.
Oh, I forgot about the glide method.
Mm.
All right, so setting up for the end of the level, although I will need to get our last mini kit first. Which unfortunately is all the way on the other side of the room. I wish it was closer. Oh, this
So
is not good.
for villain levels, you don't have to do the same kind of boss fight at the end of each level.
Correct. There are no boss fights in Villain.
Which, yeah, I ended up focusing a lot more on villain levels because of that. It was annoying to having to do the fights.
Villain's always been shorter.
I
Here
feel like
I'm
the boss fights are
picking
probably a
Batman Classic.
decent reason why. Just like if you compare how we approached that same room, because obviously we finished in the same room in both hero and villain. How we approached that room in both versions, and yeah, villain's just way quicker.
And this level, hopefully, if all goes well, will be completed in under 3 minutes.
In comparison to the hero version of this level, which was
More than double. More than double. Nice little blue brick machine clip here. Hooray!
yes, nice.
Skip building that ladder. It saves far less time than the other two we'll see in this run, but is still a time save
It's
that
fun.
is absolutely worth showing off.
It's and like it's the combination of like classic Batman, that attack, and the jank collision of the blueprint machines basically just pushes you through a bunch of
Oh,
walls, and
wait.
we don't really know why.
I did that slightly wrong. I'm just going to hope that I have it set up properly. Oh! The extra lag made me walk off the edge
Aw.
there. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That'll make it a little bit harder to finish in under 3 minutes now. Because not only did I fall even after making it, but like I did the setup wrong initially, but it's okay. Place a bomb as soon as we go through there so that I can get ready to go up top. You actually do not need this tightrope though. However, player 2 lacking will eat your inputs. Yeah, go off the edge for your sins. Think about what you did.
Yeah, almost all of the tightropes in this game can just be skipped with a well spaced
Oh,
glide.
right. I brought that upon myself. I couldn't change characters.
Yeah, we like barely ever get to see them in their runs. I guess in like story mode, where you obviously don't have access to as many gliders, but free play, yeah, you just get out of the umbrella or something.
Alright, last Riddler clue. Alright, go, go, go. No, the cutscenes take forever at the end of this level. There's no way this is still a sub 3 split. Yeah, unfortunately not. That's fairly large time loss. Alright, now we also have to deal with another vehicle level, so... There isn't much new to say. What I will say is that because there's no boss, the Joker cards are... like, they add buttons onto the ground at one point that you need to get, which is also how you get the red brick, but I already have the red brick in all of these vehicle levels because they are in the same spot. And I guess one thing I also can mention is that the mini kit unlocked by killing enemy cars is to not forget that it always starts on the right with the first collectible. Clumsy me. I was thinking this is the one that starts on the left. But when you are killing the enemy vehicles in villain levels, you need to get 10 of them instead. And you also cannot let Batman catch up to you. Because in a regular villain story run, as soon as Batman starts going after you, you would immediately slow down and get stuck if possible, which I don't believe it is in this level, but in the other two, it is. And hopefully I don't have any more problems with, like, ramps and... I got pushed out of the way of that one. Are we having a good time? We're having a great time.
Always love the vehicle levels.
Yeah, this is...
I think I've not played most of them.
Well, we used to before I looked at the pre-established TCSDS free play rule set, and they didn't do shift levels, and I was like, oh, that sounds nice. The funny thing is I can still save time. And it also like helps by not having to watch the intro cutscene here, but don't get pushed out of the way this time. Basically my rule of thumb as well is like, even if I'm pretty sure a certain ramp doesn't have a collectible, my rule of thumb is just go over all the ramps at a certain point, just so you don't miss anything. Like these ones, they don't have anything, but this one does. Another thing is that like the villain levels all have a mini kit in the same spot, and it's going over the big jump in the middle of the level. I only have 6 enemy cars. Okay. More cars, please. Are we joking? I think we might be joking. Like, I
Pretty sure
ran
this
out
is
of cars. That's crazy. 7 out of 10. Alright, well at this point I'm just gonna finish the level and then probably get caught. Yeah, I kind of knew this was gonna happen. Alright.
Lucky.
Unfortunate. You also do have to reach the end of the level to get the last mini kit. But yeah, this... I apologize for how I'm playing this part, but at the moment I have more than enough time to go back and get these. But now let's like actually get that last mini kit.
Yeah, these levels are all so punishing, because if you mess up just a little bit, if you're just slightly off course, that's it. That's all your progress gone, because yeah, you can't go back. You can't you can't fix any problems you make in these levels. It's a little mean.
The worst one is yet to come. And we'll talk about that when we get there. But there is a particularly bad one that I'm saving for right at the end of the run, because I'm smart. It's really because I haven't like given thought to a specific level order yet. Alright. Almost
I
there.
have to wonder why these levels were put in.
I don't know. Every LEGO game has some kind of vehicle level. It would be cool, they said. There we go, got myself stuck.
Yeah, cool thing about the villain specific levels, if you just don't move and Batman catches up to you, then the level will end. Even if you don't make it to the actual end of the level.
Funny part is, I'm still more than a minute ahead. Ooh, classic Batman time. Or sorry, regular Batman time. That kind of classic, like the main one.
Yeah, this is the first level where we start to notice the distinction between classic and regular Batman. That's for a little clip coming up.
the reason we found out was because I was using, I think it was Bruce Wayne, who does function the same as classic Batman, and I was just not getting the clip to work, and it turns out that what the I got like downwarped there. It is just not possible to get through the floor because they are not in fact the same. And once again, staying up top there. We actually still managed to skip like the whole level in this split while like collecting everything still. So I want to go through here, but then I need to drop down to the bottom to get the Riddler clue. This one, yes. I know my game.
So I think if I'm thinking about the right floor clip, this one is also just completely unique.
Pretty much. Oh yeah, I don't have invincibility turned on. Because I'm just going to barely clip into the ground and hit the loading zone somehow.
Yeah, this game is very well programmed. Once again.
Right, and
And that is
now
the one, if you were Batman Classic or Bruce Wayne, you cannot clip through.
get jump storage on everyone, so I can just get up this ledge. Nice. Okay. Good to get that one first try. And then we're gonna do like even more jump storage in the next room. good question in chat is why not invincibility? Because it is actually not tied to a red brick in this game. So, like, you actually have to beat all of the levels. Where is this one? There it is. You actually have to beat all of the levels for it to become available. And then we can get on top of this bush and just double jump up there. And one last round of jump storage to get this Joker card. And then hopefully get through this door. But this is another one where you have to get it perfectly, which I did. And that is actually a minute gold.
Let's go.
Because I was not very, let's say, fluent in that level's language for a while. Yeah, at least in this category. So once again, I haven't spent as much time as this category as I usually would with any run leading up to a marathon, but I wanted to be able to show this one off, and it's worked pretty well. Killer Moth appearance. I gather we have some Killer Moth fans. Ooh, how far ahead? Best possible time is 2:27 at the moment. So, you know, not killing my estimate, but my fastest valid run is only 15 seconds faster than estimate. Don't tell the organizers that, though, okay? Because I really want them to invite me back next year.
Yeah, I'll keep it a secret. Don't worry.
I just remembered. I
I'll
almost
pull that
forgot
one.
that the Joker card is up here. And then Shem's favorite clip, the vault clip. Oh, that was nowhere near the right movement. There's a little ledge behind here that makes that actually a frame-perfect jump to get through there.
And I think it's one of the upcoming rooms in this level. Was the reason that you asked me to start getting this game, just to see if I could find a clip in this level.
Oh, really? Like after the laser tank here? Or no, was it the vault clip at the end that we still don't have a skip for?
Yep.
Oh,
First
that's
level.
funny.
The first thing that you got me into this game, and still.
So, nice little way to
Unless you
set
want
up
to show me
getting the red brick there is like if you don't like animation cancel that lever, you can just walk to the button and it'll always stop on the vault that has the red brick in it. Yeah, I know exactly
this
what you're
room.
talking about. I wanted to skip the blue brick machine in this room, and to this day, this is the only blue brick machine that we have to use in free play. But I don't mind it anymore.
Why we want to skip blue brick machines?
We will also be doing more collectible collecting, such as right here. Okay, I meant to do a slam there, but of course I broke the last box.
I don't even remember if we ever found anything cool for that skip.
In this level, probably not. I don't think there were skips here for a while.
I mean, for the vault skip at the end. I don't think we ever found anything at all.
Oh yeah, no one has.
Like no outbounds, no leads.
Because like it seems like glitchy in a way that you can get through the door. Also
Yeah.
glitchy that you don't need a bomb character to break that bomb box up there, but you do for this one. However, I don't want to use the magnet suit, so I'm just going to jump on there to skip doing that. Player 2 is dead at the moment, so I can't swap characters.
So
Oh,
if anyone
and
wants
again.
to get into glitch hunting this game, that'll be a great first level to look at.
Come on, Player 2. Come on, Player 2. Oh, they're really stuck right now. I genuinely can't, like, change character at all right now. Interesting. So... Nope, it doesn't work. Well, There we go. Okay, that was
That's really
a
weird.
little scary. All right, so we have 2 chapters left where hopefully I haven't missed anything so far. I will probably just do a quick check at the end of the run in the 3 different places that you have to go for that. But I'm getting all the Riddler clues, all the mini kits, all the I need classic Batman, all the Joker cards and red bricks. So 3 Riddler clues in a level makes a mini kit. There are 5 mini kits in each level. 15 red bricks overall and 30 Joker cards overall. Now, Jinjairu, this is probably a nostalgic level for you, right? Because we found a skip
Yes.
in every room in this level before bomb clips existed.
Mm-hmm. This level used to be in free play without all collectibles. You can basically just go straight through this level without stopping.
Well, even more so now that we have bomb clips,
Mm-hmm.
because we can get behind here now too.
Yeah, and then I guess yeah.
And since player 2 isn't with me, I'm going to have to go through this one as well, but that was a little too close to the door.
Yeah, the old shots in this room are quite fun.
And of course, brown
And
box
then all
clip
the
is still in use.
Ah, yes. Don't know why that happens.
Yeah, it just clips you up there. Have to take a backtrack here for this mini kit. Or, sorry, Joker card, there's a mini kit when I go back through the travel chute. And once again, bomb clips speeds it up even more.
Yeah,
get in a good
I
position.
forget what we used to have there. There was something interesting.
Now, this clip, this room, the fastest way is still the same as what it used to be, but once again, I have
Yes.
an objective here. So, to skip the magnet ladder, more jump storage. We actually haven't seen too much jump storage in a while, but I then need to open this big crate with the super strength panel. Oh, that's my friend. Good. I thought they were about to start attacking me. Alright.
Can't lie, I did as well.
But yes, here we go. The blue brick machine clip, once again. It's easier with Batman Classic because of the height these spin punches give you. Clip through there, and then glide out of bounds right over that big crate into the exit of that room.
So nice. If you don't have collectibles, you can just jump straight up there and go straight for it. It's great.
Absolutely. You actually only need one tiny bit of jump storage for that. Although that could be a case where I'm doing it when I don't have to.
And this room also, if you
Yeah, unfortunately I won't be doing it here because
Yeah.
the box I need has
You
the
can jump
river.
around. Yep, you can jump around onto that brown roof
Ow.
and jump straight over the fence and immediately end the level. It's great.
Alright. There we go. Done with that one. I like the pacing of
Nice.
that level even as category.
Mm.
Alright, rooftops is a little bit of a slower one, unfortunately.
This probably
I
has
think
some of the longest rooms in all of Villain. That was pretty mean.
The good news is we can skip like 2 minutes of one of the rooms now with jump storage. Like, that was
yeah, I think I looked for stuff in this level and never found anything useful. Or very little, certainly.
yeah, there was. The thing about this game was that there was always potential, but we didn't know like what to actually do to skip things. It's taken a few years,
Oh.
but we found a lot, and like without all of this stuff, I would certainly not be showing this category to LEGOthon.
Very nice.
Now this level has some pretty unique stuff to it that isn't just bomb clip, bomb clip, bomb clip, which is pretty nice. There are some other clips you can do that aren't just place a bomb down, jump over it.
Another position to ban bomb clips.
I will be bomb clipping here, although you cannot place a bomb while you're standing in a Lego pile to build stuff with. So I do have to build that blue key even though I can't use it. And then that SWAT officer will be thinking about what he's done for the rest of this room. And then the first Riddler clue of this level is in a bomb box just along the top here.
If you're doing this level as intended, it's really long. It's got a bunch of cutscenes to it, a bunch of just pushing and pulling levers, but
Oh, right.
with a little bit of jump storage and a well-spaced glide, we can just completely bypass the bridge we need to create for this level. So that's super.
I did not
comfy.
need
That's
to
very nice.
do nearly that much jump storage, but anyway. Now we have the agony clip, which I will unfortunately not go through first try. I did a hotfix run of this recently where this took me forever.
I don't recognise this clip. I think this is new to me. But there's a different roof clip that I know. So the slope roofs are.
Yeah, you can like do that differently and sort of just walk off the edge there. Alright.
I think there's a way we're doing it with like Robin or something, but
Oh,
at least
Robin,
I've
you say.
always thought the strat with the penguin jump attack is probably the most consistent to line up.
Oh, right, forgot this was a bomb box behind that wall. And then you pull this one, and that's how you get the red brick. Alright. Should be good on this level, because I know I already have 4 mini kits. I just need to collect this red brick, and then the Joker card inside the piano. Don't step on those buttons, because I don't want a cutscene. And then I need the last Riddler clue, which is inside a bench in this last room. I think that's too close to the door. Yeah, it is. I could just let player 2 help me open this door, but it, you know. More bomb clips!
Cool.
It's the principle of the thing.
Alright, this last room is a little slow, unfortunately. Like, it would be really nice to save and quit with those collectibles right now. But alas. I can at least show off that the lasers on the left side have no collision. They do not kill me at all. Isn't that nice? I'm actually...
I've searched long and hard for a way to like clip into the diamond at the end, but I just haven't been able to find a way.
I'm actually really good friends with that laser trap, but these other ones here, they don't want to be my friend. There we go, got the Shem strat that I didn't know about for a while. Like, I think that was when you told me about on hotfix, and I was like, oh, and then I did it. The only thing is it does make this last part a little bit slower because you can't utilize character swaps while you're just doing the last part here to reach the diamond. But yes, one last really good look at this diamond, and I mean a really, really good look. There it is. Take it in. You do not have long to look at how beautiful it is. See, it's gone now.
You can see every single pixel.
Okie doke. It is time for... Hey, alright, get ready. Hopefully this
vehicle
one won't
level.
be an eternal struggle. This one... Oh, does it start in the left or the right? I cannot remember. I'm also not getting any of the enemy vehicles at the start. Left! Yes! I needed that, did I not? I did not. Okay, cool. Don't mind me, I don't know what I'm doing. Get me off the stage. Get this Joker card. Right, I'm just constantly shooting. I missed that Riddler clue. Great. If I miss this kit, I'm resetting. I did not miss that kit. That kit gave me a whole ton of trouble in my PB because I kept just not getting it because of the way ramps work. Alright, mini kit in the middle.
For a lot of someone who like would predominantly run free play categories, obviously we skip through these ones because there's no free play option, so you get like no practice of that in other categories, so it's just these levels are always really unfamiliar.
Get you.
Yeah, no tech
Okay.
or anything, so no one wants to go into these ones recreationally or do
So
any
I
practice.
just need the Riddler clues now. I do have to go back through, but I just need the Riddler clues. And I should know where they are. It's left, right, and like right after the jump. And once again, this will still save time over the PB because like that one mini kit on the ramp, I found like 4 different ways to fail it, like at least 3 of which shouldn't have failed. Like I went off the ramp normally so many times and like different things happened. Like one time it didn't give me the ramp height boost. One time I went over and it looked like I perfectly got the mini kit and nothing happened.
There's no...
There it is. That's the one thing I didn't pick up. And unfortunately, with the way Riddler clues work, you have to collect them all in one visit to get that mini kit. It doesn't actually matter too much that I'm taking damage and stuff right now because I'll probably be letting Batman catch up to me. This is not a super long level, but I feel like that might be the play. I mean, he was almost catching up to me at the end of the last attempt anyway. Alright, here it is. And get stuck on something.
That was pretty good briefly.
Yeah, if there were a ramp here. I'm really close to the end. I don't know if that was worth it. But it's over now. Whew, okay. 7 levels left.
One vehicle level. Yeah, only one of those is a vehicle level. Yippee!
Yeah, unfortunately, my last practice for this didn't go so well because I got really demotivated after I didn't get a freeze immune character on the level that needed it. And of course, I didn't realize until that moment, which was a few minutes in. And like, although I didn't have to, like, I should have practiced and kept going. Like, practice is so hard when you're demotivated by stuff like that.
This is the room that had the blue brick machine clip.
Should I go for it? Or I don't have Batman.
Ah,
Excuse me, sir. I'm trying to get up here. Can't you see? I know you're, controlling the law and stuff, but my thing is more important than yours.
and you could get into the hero door as well using the outer mount. But otherwise you also can with a bumble it.
We will not be doing that, though. We'll be going through the normal part of this level. We just need the Joker card. And listen to that really loud gas.
Is the purple goo? Is that considered the same as the green stuff?
No, it is actually not harmful. Believe it or not.
Is it not? Is it not?
I don't think so.
Okay, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy.
It is slightly faster to double jump up here, but... Or no, I don't need player 2. I didn't need to do that. Either way, probably saved me time over trying to double jump and then just at the last moment swapping to someone who's toxic immune. But I don't need to actually go up this elevator, so I don't need player 2 at all. I just need the Riddler clue here.
We stop them from misbehaving down to the bottom at least.
Whoops. Sure. Sure, there's a gap there. I didn't realize there was actually space there between the wall and the platforms. Well, I tried to swap to a gun character to shoot that instead of punching it, but I think player 2 might have been dead at that moment, so I didn't get the swap out. Or it was just a skill issue on my part. But we will be seeing a very, very difficult jump storage. I'll go for it once, and then if it doesn't work, probably go for the alternate method. But I need to store on absolutely everyone here.
Ah, this room. Good memories.
Alright, let's see. Oh, first try! It actually happened.
Oh, let's go.
Very nice.
That is a really hard jump storage to do. This is
And for
actually
those who-
on another massive gold pace.
For those who don't know how jump storage works, so if you jump and then a few frames later swap to a different character, when you swap back to that same character,
Trying to do this for Jinjiro.
they will have a tiny amount of height, so you can just keep on stacking the height by
That's gonna...
storing jumps with lots of different characters, and you can use that to just get a little bit higher.
I'll quickly explain what's happening here. You're falling down
There we
to the lower level while remaining inside the fence. Which means you can then jump, start a glide, try and move right, which gets you pulled with what we were talking about earlier, left through the wall, and glide around out of bounds.
So that isn't actually
but-
used like normally, but I figured I'd show it off. And it is still, because you don't have a bomb character in story, it is a part of the story mode speedrun. And it is my favorite trick.
Oh, I was very happy. about that one.
Yeah, that one and the Chemical Factory one are very special
Yeah.
to me as well. Like being there in those early days of developing this speedrun.
Yeah.
Okay, not quite a whole minute gold this time, but certainly a big sizable one after that. Because I don't think I've done that first try in a run, and also, like, this level's had a couple incidents where I straight up couldn't remember where to go. Or, like, I missed a collectible and was like, what am I missing?
You've been making those jump storages look really easy.
That one, I slowed it down a little bit, which admittedly did help.
I feel like with stuff like that, you just gotta take, if it works, it works. Like, you just gotta take it even a bit slower.
Yeah. Yeah, so this room also has a deliberate machine clip.
Unfortunately,
Just bump it, but-
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I also didn't get Batman because I prefer to use Mad Hatter here. We can do a little grapple clip here though, which can be a tricky one. And then
Yeah, but that blue machine clip was I always find it quite fun to do. It's nice out of bounds movement. But yet again obsoleted by the roll tip.
so another good question is what percentage do I end with? It's roughly in the mid 40s. because I have bought very little and I haven't beaten most of the story levels. And it is not a consistent number because sometimes, like, I get true hero or true villain in the vehicle levels, sometimes I don't. But like somewhere like 44, 45 is about what I'd expect. And then I will, at the end of the run, just quickly check, like, can I buy all of the red bricks? Do I have all of the mini kit sets built? And do I have all the Joker card facts in the back computer? Actually, that's not the back computer. That's a slightly different one in a different room.
Yeah, what is that room called? It's called like the archives or something.
That sounds reasonable.
Yeah, I don't remember if that's the exact name, but in my head that sounds reasonable. So we're just gonna call it that.
Is it the library?
No,
Sure.
that's
Oh no, the library is like part of Wayne Manor.
Yeah. The library is where I first did the floor clip.
Do I have a favorite Joker fact? Ooh, I can't say I've read them in a while. They're like basically on about different characters in Batman, or some of them are locations such as Arkham Asylum and the Batcave, stuff like that.
yeah, it's just like a lore entry for a bunch of the characters.
Now, as a kid, it was the first time I learned like the real name for a few of the villains. Right. Big room, not so many collectibles. The first one is also like really sneaky. And we're also going into the last room only with 2 mini kits. Like, another thing is like, even though I know it's correct, it like often scares me, you know what I mean? Like, I'm this close to the end of the level and I only have 2 mini kits. But everything is right here, and I do have the red brick and Joker card. Good. Double jump across that bridge into another gravel clip. First of all, the Riddler clue is right here.
I'm still so jealous for how easy you make grapple clips look.
Yeah, I was never good at like explaining that to you, I feel like, but it was something that like you just found and I sort of figured out how it works for me. Did you ever do any timed runs yourself?
Nope.
Okay.
Remember, I only got a cartridge like recently.
Oh, this thing is really annoying to time, but unfortunately we did not have to wait an extra cycle there. Like, if you start standing on that button at a certain time, it should like shoot them at a slightly faster cycle than that. Alright, that is the last one here. And then we are going to do a little clip up here in that elevator, which has been struggling for me lately. And that was some crazy lag frames there while I was stuck in there. Not helped by P2's character swap. You may or may not have noticed, like, character swapping generates a lot of lag. And that includes when the AI player 2 wants to do it. Alright, you have 1 level left to decide the fate of the goons. So, if you have a preference, for example, if you want to make me do something different than I normally would, that would be killing the goons. And if you want them to live, although I can't promise I can actually save them, then you would want to select save. Alright, Batman Classic is important for a few different clips. They don't all involve the blue brick machines. But first of all, you can spin punch just through there. It's really simple. Spin punch is just part of his regular attack cycle. It's the first one that he does. I'm really lucky to roll Mad Hatter here so that I should be able to consistently get these bomb clips. And then we will see our final blue brick machine clip. There we go.
This one. Was this the first one? I think it was.
Possibly, yeah. It seems about right because, yeah, just having that low ceiling to skip up to that ledge.
Yeah. So just me mapping.
Oh, right, yes, sorry, I died on the non-spinning fan. Oh, we're gonna have to do it again, never mind. Bonus clip.
Yeah, nice. Yippee! These supposed to be glass like things.
Yeah, they get a little bit glitchy,
Maybe call
although
them?
we don't actually
Yeah.
have to deal with them. This one I don't know if we
Yes.
ever actually had a clip through.
Yeah, we did. I think. Wasn't
The-
it this one where you could just walk off the side and it would clip you through?
That is definitely true in Art Gallery.
And this room has a very difficult jump up to where the door is.
Right. That's another thing where Batman Classic helps us out because, again, his spin punch, if I were to just go over here, but
Yeah. So there's a right. So there's a way to not be classic Batman for that, but it's way harder. So,
yeah.
Like you have to do a very
Yeah.
precise jump off like one of the machines in the corner or something.
Yeah, I think the harder part of that is actually getting onto the pipe because the hitbox for that is really weird as well.
Yeah, yeah.
For sure. You are absolutely right. And then,
I know when I was doing attempts, I had some ways to like get onto it as soon as you dropped through, but that was super inconsistent.
yeah, that's a thing as well, I remember. But I also remember it being inconsistent. So this is a room that I wish we could save and quit and skip, because there's nothing going on here, just gotta put the colors to the colors. Chimkin, have we had any last-minute donations towards Save and Kill the Goons, perchance?
I believe we are still where we were at start the run. So Save the Goons is currently leading Kill the Goons by $1.
Alright, let me know in the next, 30 seconds if you see anything, otherwise we will be saving them.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind.
Alright, this level's just about over. We'll be going into the fairgrounds, and what we could see is that, so in story mode, the Joker has to make some very noble sacrifices to get blue bricks to progress the level. And he's chosen his very faithful goons for that job. In the speedrun, we actually get to just leave them hanging. They get to live. I'm gonna need to reset this level because... No, I don't. I got Ezra. Okay, phew. I didn't have... I thought I didn't have a freeze character, which I needed. Alright. This level was the first one in free play to be completed in under 1 minute. Thanks to the bomb clips, and I think Alexo has now managed to do it in under 50 seconds even. But with collectibles, we have to spend a little bit of extra time here. These first collectibles are not too far out of the way, but we have some that really take a lot of time. Alright, the time has come. Are we killing or are we saving?
They are being saved.
Alright. Now, unfortunately, I had to lie slightly because I can't actually, like, save them, but I can avoid killing them, right? That's gotta count for something. Alright, this officer is right in my way. Not that I'm getting the clip when he isn't. If I pushed that block off the edge, I would kill a goon, and we have voted not to do that. Loads of character swap lag happening right now. So this goon right here gets to live. I will also not be dunking a goon on the top of or into this pink liquid. So I hope we're all happy with ourselves, chat. Hey, no one
It is
died.
quite brutal. They just suck forever like that now, so can't even put out of their misery.
you just can't win.
I'm sure someone will let them down at some point.
Oh, someone will. Yeah, I mean, why else would the police be there, right?
Sure.
All right.
Sure.
A little bit of jump storage to get up this ledge. This time the jump storage is more just helpful for getting that bit of distance there. This will help us get to, like, have access to the red brick, as well as there being a mini kit up here. And then I will need to go back for the Riddler clue, which I don't get at the beginning just out of safety, because I don't want to break this umbrella. Oops. Okay, good. And then I do not want player 2 to open this, because that will activate a cutscene. So we can just clip straight through there. And then these guys won't even fight me if I do that. And we can just focus on these last couple mini-kits. Uh-oh. I know what I'm missing. Oh, I missed something. I know what it is. I was distracted by showing how the goons will not, in fact, die. But I forgot to get the Riddler clue in that second room. Oh, I hope I still can. If not, this is a really short level to redo, at least. This one you have to get the buttons in the order. Player 2 is having a really hard time. Alright, I will check if I can clip out first. These guys still not bothered by me. Alright, let's see. No, I'm gonna have to redo this one. That's unfortunate, but...
You can show off how fast it is without
yes.
having to do all the bonus collectibles.
Because like this Riddler clue is like not even a deviation. They're not a detour. Yeah, it's a shame. But we're still on good pace. If I get this next, our final vehicle level quickly, this could still sub 230. It's kind of funny, like, how slow the beginning of this level is, like, and it's still really short overall. Of course, I don't have any additional extras turned on. Wow, additional extras. That's a new redundant phrase that I've just found for myself. Oh, don't be punching now. No. Just get the clue and move on. There you go. Oh, right. I'm silly. I need to get all the clues at once.
Oh joy.
There it is. Well, a little bit more time loss than I expected, but none of the clues are that far off the path. If only I'd remembered that I was dealing with Riddler clues here. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, for crying out loud, man. There we go. Hooray! Please jump next time. I forgot how tightrope poles are weird even when they're not set. Yeah, so then we can just clip through this last door and pretend nothing happened. Nope, don't need to save the game. That would be slow. Alright, why is this last level so terrible? I hear you ask. I said there was like a really terrible one later on. Why would that be? Well, that would be because of the hitbox of this plane. And so the reason I'm kind of wiggling back and forth is to make sure that I actually collect stuff. Like for some reason, these collectibles are way less likely to be collected if you're not moving to the side. And I don't know why that is. I wish I had an explanation for you. However, I just don't. Alright. I'm not super confident with where everything is in this level, but I think I'm doing well right now. I got all of my enemy kill kits. Oh, just barely got that one. I knew there was one thing left on the left side. And then our Joker card over here. The last couple things are more close to the right side. Don't need these buttons, that's where the red brick was, but I already got it in hero mode. Where is this one? There it is, I knew it was there somewhere. And now I just need to reach the end of the level where the last kit is. Surely I will collect it, right? Yes, alright. First try! Hey!
Nice.
Very nice, very nice.
Alright. 2 levels left. I do hope you've enjoyed this run. Like it is out of my comfort zone to show off something that I'm like not super familiar with yet, but hey, I'm happy that this is at least looking like it will be underestimate and not terribly close. I mean, it won't be getting us back on schedule, I'm afraid, but it's still nice that this run has gone reasonably well. Like, it can still be a lot faster than we've seen today. Like, sub 230 may happen this run, it also may not. Sub 220 definitely should be possible. I want to make that glide, though, to prove that I'm any good at this game. Jinjairu talked about the clipping through the glass ceilings and stuff. Don't need to bother with that because I need to bomb this down anyway so I can get up to where the red brick is. This red brick...
It's also this ceiling that I was thinking of.
This red brick kind of has a lot that you need to do to get to it, even though it is just right there. Like I've tried clipping and stuff.
Those ceilings that were just broken, you can walk carefully off the end, and they will just fall straight through into the loading zone.
Yep, and that is still used in Free Play Villain, which you may be happy to know, although it's no one's favorite trick.
I quite like it. I've never had an issue with it.
Yeah.
Well, it's not my favorite trick.
There are some tricks. There are some tricks that different people find difficult. So I find that glass ceiling clip completely fine.
Fair enough. I am a scrub.
Then again, you have your grapple clips, which I just can't do with any degree of consistency.
By the way, while most clips are easier with Mad Hatter, this level is necessary to pick him because we can't clip through the door in the middle of this room, which we don't really know why. so we do have to open it. But while we can leave player 2 behind the bars at one point, we will need to get back out of the other one, and only Mad Hatter is able to do that.
For the other characters, there's for the other characters, there's just not enough space for them to get out. But Mad Hatter can just place it, and it's the perfect positional way to drop a bomb and clip right out.
This is also the level with the blind bomb clip,
Yep.
which we will be seeing right now. Oop, I punched. I do have 2. Okay, good. Blind bomb clip has made that little bit more awkward by having to use the touchscreen, so it's like, did I place it? Did I not? You know? Like it's...
The camera that you have there is also pretty weird, because it's not like quite a straight angle for a lot of it. You have to go to like the exact middle to get it like actually having the camera straight. So when you hold forward and jump, you actually go forward, and not like slightly to the left or right.
And,
Yeah, so this game can handle movement in like any angle, but you can only press the 4 directions on this D-pad.
Or
Also
the
the-
8 directions at least.
Yeah, 8 directions.
the conveyor clip that I did basically works like a grapple clip. Although it is more finicky, so I'm pretty happy that I got it first try. We have 1 level left. It doesn't look like this is going to get sub 230, but, you know, still a PB.
Gold split.
That one was not a gold split.
Get a gold on the last level.
Well, I have 20 seconds to save already, but BPT says 230.24, and I have already fumbled on where I was supposed to go at the beginning of this level. So, great start. We'll finally be getting the red brick here. Shem likes to pick Catwoman in this level because there are like so many grapple pads and acrobat pads, and she can use both. And I do like to have Catwoman for sure for this section, although she's not as helpful as I would like. I actually didn't need to go up there yet. I wish I hadn't, because that was slower. And it's not good for my gold split quest.
Yeah, the other thing I quite like about Catwoman is her animations are just really fast across the board. So it's just really comfy to use, say in combat, because there are a few mandatory encounters you gotta do in this level, and obviously with the one-shot extra available, it's a little bit faster compared to like other characters. But yeah, doing a bomb isn't going to be much slower.
All right,
Or even someone like Mad
one
Hatter.
more time. Can do another little bit of jump storage here to get up here early. But unfortunately, I didn't get that stored on Firefly, so I'll be doing the backup where you just double jump off of that box and bomb clip through there. Probably just going to place a bomb here. Riddler clue, and then somehow this tiny room has 2 collectibles in it. There's that Riddler clue, and then there's the Batarang targets behind the paintings. However, you basically can't hit the paintings until you hit everything else. Like, they're the last thing that they target, which is unfortunate. This level also has a lot of collectibles that are exactly the same, like, because all of these super strength walls have a mini kit in them in both hero and villain. All right, in this big spiraling tower once more. The Joker card is for more batarang targets in here. And in one of my recent runs, I just could not for the life of me remember where the Riddler clue is. It's in the thing, like, right in the middle of the room. Convenient to have Firefly there. I actually, if I'd noticed that earlier, I wouldn't have used a bomb. But all good. Save the time here. And now we just need to climb to the top of this big tower one more time, and then get the last mini kit, and then save and exit. No, not really. I still have to finish the level, but it won't be long after that.
Yeah, it's a pretty short final room at least, and there's a little bit of tack as well to finish it off with.
Yeah, one last jump storage, but you only need to store one jump, and so you don't even need to pause buffer it.
Oh yeah, it is just the jump storage now, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you used to
skip
get
a bunch
the
of
block.
bubbles by doing it.
Alright. Hopefully I go straight through this door once again. Nice. That's a 5 out of 5 mini kits, right?
I think so. I mean, I remember it saying 4 out of 5 earlier, so...
Alright, we got
assume
everything in this one. So, time is when the level is over, which is, like... it's a little bit weird ending on this one, because there's a cutscene going into it. But, alright. And 3, 2, 1, time.
GG's.
So, I reset my timer when I missed the first level, but I know I'm still underestimate even with that. I see 2:30:29. It was really fun getting to show this off for the first time. It'll hopefully be more optimized in the future.
Yeah, that was still a very solid showing. Lots of cool tech throughout. Just show them what this game's all about, really.
And yeah, that is a PB.
Congratulations.
I would like to quickly check that I got everything. But I'm glad I had the chance to show this off, and Jinjiro, it was really cool to have you here as well.
Yeah, great to be here.
And I hope you enjoyed the new strats and old strats that you got to see. Ooh, 46.1 today.
did.
Wow.
You should try and do the back computer clip.
The back computer clip. Yeah, maybe like when I find out that I have everything. It's looking good so far. That's all the mini kits and all the red bricks.
Fantastic.
And here's the archives or whatever they're calling it. Alright, 30 Riddler clues. Do I have them all? You get to see the fun Italian names for these characters too.
Like Bane, Nightwing, Bruce Wayne.
Oh, I did not miss anything. Very good.
Very nice, very
All
nice.
right.
Congratulations.
Let's go on with the next run. Thank you for having me. Yeah, thank you, everyone.
Awesome, yeah. Thank you, Lizzy Trap, for that run. That was a fun one to watch. And thank you to Shem and Jahan as well. Thank you for the commentary. So we will be back after a quick break for Bionicle the Game, Any% NTS by Milkblade. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.